Easy. Take it easy now, human. You took quite the nasty bump on your head, but don't be afraid. Those awful human men won't hurt you again. I took care of them. Such awful humans attacking such a lovely female. They paid the price for their crime. Is it difficult to open your eyes, human? Hmm. I imagine you must have quite the headache from how hard that one male human hit you. I think I still have some coral root around here somewhere. That will help greatly to alleviate your pain. Let me find it. Just rest for now, and Iridas will keep you safe. Now, where is that glass jar? I know I have it in this chest somewhere. I really need to organize my things. I am such a mess. Ah, here it is. Here, human. Put a sprig of this in your mouth and suck on it a while. It will make you feel much better. There you go. That's it. Your head will be feeling much better in no time at all. This coral root really is quite the incredible medicinal herb. My people use it all the time, or at least they did when they were here. Uh, um, anyway, how are you feeling? Any better yet? The root usually acts fairly quickly. Think the pain is less enough now that it won't hurt so much to open your eyes? Yeah, there you go. There you are. Now that is improvement. I am so glad I happened upon you in time to stop those awful human men. Who were they, anyway? Did you know those men? Why did they want to hurt you? Why, why are you looking at me like that? Oh, right. You, you've probably never seen anything like me before. Am I correct? Yes. The stunned expression tells me exactly that. Now, be calm. If I wanted to harm you, I could have done so very easily while you were unconscious, and I certainly wouldn't have given you medicine to help your head. Now would I? Will you be calm enough for me to explain some things about me? Excellent. I appreciate that. Such polite humans are a rarity in this age. Well, I suppose, to begin, my species is called Naga. Stories of my people claim that a deity once fell in love with a beautiful blue and violet scaled snake. The deity gave birth to many eggs, but she did not know how to care for the eggs. So she brought the eggs back down to earth from her home in the heavens. She came to her snake lover and she asked him for advice. The snake advised the deity to leave the eggs here on earth with him and his nest. They would care for the eggs and teach them everything they would need to know when they hatched. The deity, simply wanting her offspring to have the best chance possible, agreed to this suggestion. In time, the eggs stretched and grew in size, large enough to hold a human infant. When it came time for the eggs to hatch, the snakes were amazed when from the eggs came something never before seen before. The babies all had the lower half of a snake, and from the waist up, while scaled, they had the form of the deity. They were beautiful. It is said, while the offspring never forgot their father or the den that nurtured and protected them, they went off into the world. They wanted to know if they could procreate the same way the deity did with their father, but no one knew where to find another deity. So humans, of course, came to mind. They bore a form exactly the same as the deity. The legend is a bit fuzzy on what happened, but they were successful and bore many offspring by mating with humans. The humans even revered them and elevated them as demigod guardians, a role they were honored and proud to be given. My own tribe was once vast and glorious. We were exalted guardians of a city here in this jungle. They loved us and rewarded us for our protection by treating us as treasured gods. Hmm? Oh, um, yes. My tribe is no more. Same with the humans that lived in the city. They are gone, all of them, gone. Iridas has been so alone for so long. I miss them all very much. Huh? You, you will hold my hand while I tell you. Thank you. That is very kind. And yes, I will tell you. Someone from the outside should know of the injustice that happened here all those years ago. These men came ashore from a large floating dwelling. They looked hungry, exhausted, and some looked ill. So we approached them. At first, they were afraid and pointed these strange, small black objects at us that shined in the sunlight. But then one of our little ones slithered forward to offer some of the fruit he had picked before these men arrived. They lowered their strange objects that they later told us were called guns. We talked. I remember them being so surprised that we could speak their language, but we Naga possess a talented tongue. It is easy for us to pick up on languages after hearing a sentence or two spoken. But anyway, we brought them back to our city. We fed the hungry, gave them clean water to drink, let the exhausted rest comfortably. Our human citizens helped us to understand how to care for those that had become ill from not eating enough or drinking salt water. Various things. We cared for them for months. They seemed very interested in our temples and statues. They asked us if the gold and jewels involved in the crafting process were plentiful. And of course, we didn't think to lie. No one did. We never encountered individuals like them before. So we told them honestly that the gold and jewels were regularly mined from a nearby cave system, and we had a large supply handy for construction and crafting. We should have known better when they asked to see, but we showed them. Yes, they betrayed us. Later that night, I awoke to the strangest loud sounds and screams. So many screams. I came out of my dwelling to see what was happening, and they had those guns. They were using them to shoot my people and our human citizens. I was afraid. I fled into the jungle and hid myself. I didn't come back for a whole day. I was so frightened. I didn't understand what was happening or why they were doing this. I only remember seeing so much red and blue blood intermingling to make puddles of purple. When I did come back, everyone was dead, and the gold and jewels we had stored for art and crafting were gone. I checked the shore, and their large floating dwelling was also gone. I was alone, all alone. I remember the silence as I buried each and every one of my Naga and human friends. Everyone I ever knew. And then I saw those horrible humans again today, chasing you, pointing one of those guns at you. I wasn't going to let them do that horrible thing to you. So I attacked them. Violence isn't usually in the nature of my people. But I don't know. I just felt so angry. I wanted them to hurt as I hurt. I I enjoyed their screams. I was satisfied that they suffered. Have I become something evil? You think that I just suffered a terrible trauma and that I am not evil? What is a trauma? Oh, I see. That makes sense. I understand my condition a little bit better now. So, I really am not evil. I have not let wicked darkness blacken my heart. You do not think so? Because I saved you, and I've been so good to you. Hmm. Thank you, human. That means a great deal to me. Please tell me, how did you become involved with those villainous humans? You are not native to this land, so I am curious how you came to be fleeing through this jungle. You were part of an archaeological crew coming here to search for ancient civilizations, and you hired what you thought were going to be jungle seasoned bodyguards to keep you safe. But when the dig sites were determined, and it looked as though you might find valuables beyond what you anticipated, they turned on you, gunned down your other teammates. But you say you managed to avoid being shot and fled into the jungle. And that was where I intervened and saved you. I see. These villains have no shame, no lows they will not stoop to. They used you to return and steal even more. I am satisfied more than ever that they are now dead and my civilization is avenged. You are safe, and I am not alone anymore. What? Go home. Back to where you came from. But how? Your team is dead and I killed the pirates. Not that they would have offered a whole lot of assistance anyway. How would you go home? We left a boat on the shore, and you'll use that to reach the ship and use the radio to contact help. What is a radio? I see. That sounds complicated. I don't really understand. Beyond, of course, that somehow it contacts people from your home. But do you really have to go? I don't want to be alone again. I I understand. I cannot force you to stay. Please, rest here for tonight, and I'll guide you to the shore in the morning. You can use my nest for tonight. It is soft and warm. You will be plenty comfortable. Me, I will sleep in the tree branches above the house. Watch and listen for predators. Sometimes the great cats will get bold and come closer to the village. Get some sleep. You will need your strength upon the coming dawn.